All right, so you're buying an airsoft pistol and you decided that you want a high capa. Now, there's a million high capas out there in the world, but we're gonna take a look at two today. Both are high end. One we're gonna look at a Tokyo Marui Gold Match. Another we're gonna look at the ICS Challenger to determine which one of these is the right choice for you. So both these are priced relatively similar. This is about $200, $210, where the ICS Challenger is about $210. So price-wise, it's a fair comparison. Now, why should you choose one over the other? Well, Tokyo Marui Hi Capa is the basic, and this is the gold match, so it's got some cool things to it, the different colors, a little bit of slightly done internals here. It is the most expensive Tokyo Marui Hi Capa. Why you would choose something like this is that this is fully customizable, right? So any kind of thing that you want to do to this in the future, you want to change the gold to black, you want to put a gold slide on here, a tan slide, whatever you want to do, this is the gold standard, pun intended. So this Tokyo Marui is pretty sick, where you have the different ambi selectors, you have a cool hammer, you have a real cool slide, although it is polymer, so prone to breakage, metal frame, and a cool custom trigger. That's a whole lot of pistol for $210 and for how smooth it is. All right, so ICS came out with the Challenger. Now the Challenger is really cool because it gives you kind of all the features that you might want in your Tokyo Marui already on the gun. You get still a metal frame, however, this metal frame has a little bit extra amount of rail space compared to the Tokyo Marui. You get an adjustable trigger, so it's got a back screw in here to make the trigger pull adjustable. You still have very elongated slide release and safeties. You get a cool custom trigger that almost looks like the Tokyo Marui. Metal beaver tail back here, really cool polymer, high strength polymer grip. But one of the big features they give you, well, besides the awesome magwell, which most of you would have bought a magwell for your Tokyo Marui anyway, is it comes with a metal slide. And then if you actually look, the slides are kind of similar in how they are cut. Tokyo Marui gives you a fiber optic front, whereas the ICS gives you a glow in the dark front. So you can see the glow in the dark there compared to the fiber optic there. But it's a metal slide, which most slides in the Tokyo Maruis after time break. So it's a huge upgrade. One of the also big upgrades is that this has an internal threaded barrel. So you could switch this orange tip off, and then inside you have threads so that you can put a mock suppressor. Whereas the Tokyo Marui, you have to go buy a threaded barrel. One of the other advantages to the Challenger is this pre-installed RMR plate. So you can put a little optic on there. Everything is situated already. You still have your sights, but they also give you a little optic pad. I did mention also the ring here for the magwell for easier loading, and it just looks a lot cooler, balances these high capas out. You also get this cool mag with this pretty cool base plate as well. So ICS said, we're gonna do it better in black. We're gonna offer you pre-upgraded externally high capa for the same price as the Tokyo Marui. Now, they just didn't stop there though. So they actually worked on the internals as well as this, and we're gonna see how that works when we go out and test these out in the alleyway here, is that they also upgraded the bucking and the barrel and put an R-hop kind of nub on this pistol. So this thing already has some pre-installed upgrades already. So ICS just didn't stop to the externals, they went in the internals. Now, Master Mods is an ICS brand, it's a brand new brand put together, and they pre-installed a bucking and R-hop barrel from their Master Mods collection, as well as a TDC hop-up, so it gives you precise hop-up. That's why they actually recommend 30 gram BBs or higher with this, because of the amount of pressure that TDC puts on the nub, which then puts on the R-hop patch, which then gives great backspace. So hypothetically, this one should shoot very far in comparison to the stock Tokyo Marui. With the external frame, this will hold up probably a little bit better than the Tokyo Marui, but there's only one thing to do, and that is test to see which one is the best. This one's already gonna win, because I also forgot to mention all the mods that you can do this Tokyo Marui. You can also do this, but let's just see if it shoots better anyway. This is what it's made for. Should you buy this Tokyo Marui Gold Match? We shall find out. We have 32 gram BBs. We're using that in the same as the ICS Challenger, which I have sitting over there. A little bit of wind today, it's a little chilly out, so we might not get great gas efficiency. We're about, what is this, 45 feet, 50 feet. We'll use this line. There we go. I'm a horrible aim, but once I aim, you should see a good pattern. Here, let's see. There we go. think that's good enough. Let's go look. I have a steady hand today, okay? So this is a stock 32. We changed the hop up. There's probably a little more hop up adjustment. With a little wind, you can actually see the pattern right here. So 50 feet, you know, it's a good hand-sized target. Not too bad stock. Let's go check out the Challenger next. Ooh, the Challenger. So one of the cool things, change the hop up on this. You gotta take the slide off. You gotta spin the wheel. In fact, I'll show you now. So to change the hop up on this, which is a little bit challenging, you have to remove slide like so. There we go. Oh, release the mag. That would help. And you change the hop up through the little wheel right there. So it's a little more, not challenging, but you know, it's kind of a more simple adjustment. The Challenger has a little more not simple adjustment. However, it's supposed to be more accurate, and that's what we're gonna test. The Challenger, now that we've looked at this, pull this back, pull the same thing, same way you take apart a normal high Capa. Easier said than done sometimes. You gotta have some fingernails. Align, maybe. There we go, there we go, got it. They have this little TDC, so you're supposed to get better, like, you know, pressure on your bucking, so you get a better, more accuracy, more range. But that's where you use a little Allen key instead of a wheel to change the pop-up on your Challenger, which could be a good and bad thing. One, you're supposed to get more accuracy, but the bad thing is you're not going to carry a Allen key on the field with you when you're running, go shoot your teammates. There we go. All right, so let's shoot it from the same 50 feet. This one's been tuned a little bit. The metal slide really makes a difference. This should actually puncture. Let's see. I'm going for belly buttons. Let's see where we hit. All right, I'm a bad aim. This one's a little heavier than the other, but for my initial impressions, it looks like I hit a tighter grouping. I was going for belly button, but I ended up with chest. Yeah, so you can see here, here's all the groupings of the Challenger right here. So you can see they're more, this one had a little bit more tight than floated. This one, pretty similar, but I know for a fact when I was shooting this, I felt more in control and had more accuracy here. So this may look like it's a little farther apart just because it's on an angle, but ultimately most of my shots hit in probably half the same radius as the Tokyo Marui, stock Tokyo Marui high Capa. Now I can always tune this a little bit more. I did some on-the-fly tuning, but you know, should you buy this over that Tokyo Marui? Well, here's what I suggest, okay? Is that first off, if you really want to just gut everything, you're gonna replace everything anyway, just buy the Tokyo Marui. But if you want a solid pistol that is already pre-upgraded, you like the look of the slide already, you like the look of the black theme they have here, if you like that, buy this one because you already have the internal upgrades on this one that you may put in the Tokyo Marui, may not. And like I said, it's a very solid, very hefty pistol with a real cool mag, just an overall good airsoft high Capa. Don't go buy the Wii. If you have the money, buy one of these or buy the Tokyo Marui version. But the great news is, no matter what, you can find both of them at mirtactical.com. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time in our next comparison video. What eye protection should I wear for airsoft? Well, first off, you're shooting in your backyard. Basic shooting glasses, like you see here, are totally fine, but they're not fine for the field. You're going to need full seal eye protection, especially if you're under 18 or over 18. These actually protect you so that you do not get a BB to the face. Now, let's say you want a little more protection. You want to look at these ESS goggles that give you more full seal protection as well as a larger surface area so you have a better field of vision. But if you want the ultimate face protection, then we recommend the i4s or i5s, which give you fog-free lenses. They give you a nice field of view and they give you full face protection and are extremely comfortable. And you can find them at mirtactical.com.